Hello, Jessica Frost Ballas here with a video for lawnfawn. Today I'm creating a shaker card for all those beer lovers out there, so let's get started. I'll be using the new Build-A-Drink Root Beer add-on die set, and first I blend gathered twigs and ground espresso distressing on a panel of white cardstock to create a darker stout. Then I blend tea dye and vintage photo for a pale ale. I don't worry too much about getting a super smooth blend because I think the little bit of blotchiness actually gives it a more realistic look. Once I finish blending, I dry the panel with my heat gun and then splatter it with water to get lots of bubbles in my glass. Then I tape the outline die in place and die cut each piece. Next, I die cut the rest of the pieces from the Build-A-Drink Root Beer add-on set. I use white cardstock for the foam, vellum for the glass, and acetate for the outlines. I also flip one of the mugs over to get a different orientation. Then I add liquid adhesive to the back of the vellum mug and carefully adhere the acetate over the mug. I press down to squish the glue between the two layers, which helps disguise it behind the vellum. I repeat the process for the second mug, making sure that the handle is facing the opposite direction. I love how the vellum gives the mug a frosted look. Then I add foam strips around the edges of both mugs. I curve the strip to match the shape of the bottom of the mug, but don't worry about that on top because I'll be covering that with foam. Next, I use golden clear gems to fill each shaker. I like how the two different color gems match the ink blending. You could also use sequins or beads to fill your shakers. I remove the adhesive backing and carefully line the mug up over the blended outline and adhere it in place, sealing in the gems. Then I use HG adhesive to add the foam on top. I arrange the mugs over an A2 panel of light brown woodgrain cardstock. For a fun pun, I'm using a sentiment from the kanga-rrific stamp set with the Scripty Cheers die. If you're creating root beer soda or some other drink, you might change the beginning of the sentiment. I adhere the first mug to the card panel and then use foam strips to adhere the second mug, slightly overlapping the first. Then I trim the embossed sentiment down to a flag and adhere it with a foam strip. I die cut the Scripty Cheers from black glitter cardstock and add that with liquid adhesive. Finally, I want to add a little sparkle, so I apply lines of Nouveau Crystal glaze along parts of the foam and then sprinkle chunky and prisma glitter over the glaze. I knock off the excess glitter and then let the glaze dry completely to finish the card. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, I'd love for you to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Be sure to subscribe to the Lawnfawn channel for even more crafty inspiration. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, have an amazing day and happy crafting. Bye!